All right.
All right. So
Blong,
we're talking
blong,
about
blong, 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 blong.
we talking about sex and who likes oral or what? What I mean, is about.
That's exactly what the topic is.
No, is that what you said?
That's definitely not what I said.
That needs to be in.
Somebody did not read the podcast notes.
I did. I said something.
What?
It
Oral ain't
does
nowhere
not
on this
say
document.
nothing about no damn oral.
All right, let's get to the oral.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the BWNTT podcast. I'm Alicia,
Dale.
Natalie.
Gels.
and today we're talking about sex.
Hey.
So, do you guys think that scheduling sex do you think it's a mood killer, or would you say that it is a necessity in marriage sometimes?
I wouldn't say it's a mood killer. Well, I guess more so because I kind of plan it without him knowing. So, like, example, if I'm like, in the mood or whatever the case may be, I know he's coming home from work or what have you, I may like put an outfit or something on.
Oh.
So in my mind, I'm ready.
It's scheduled for you, but
It's
not
scheduled
for
for me, but it's spontaneous for him.
Okay, now I like that. All right.
What you thought I was gonna say?
I don't know.
Okay. What about you? Is it a mood killer for you? Since you don't know what's happening?
I don't think it's a. Well, no, it can be a mood killer. Because it's like, what if you're not
In the mood?
in the mood? You're right, but it's scheduled. But then you know if you don't do it, what's the next time you're gonna be? If that's right, is that right? Available to do it. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, like
A movie?
no,
Oh.
when you was like ovulating and stuff, and it'd be like we got to do it now so we can.
Yeah.
That was kind of like it
Like
was.
when you're trying to conceive.
It was more
That
like
is a
it was more like
mood
it
killer.
was
Yeah,
it was
that's
a
a
job.
mood
Now, yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like when we were trying to get pregnant with Demi, he did kind of feel that way.
It was
'cause I
like-
was like, hey,
it was
we gotta do
it
this
definitely
thing.
felt like a chore.
Yeah,
Definitely felt like a
and that's probably how you looked at him too.
yeah.
Hey,
It's time.
Babe.
I know are you still gonna play the game or are you coming?
Which is crazy because I feel like when you're trying to get pregnant and you're scheduling sex, that does kind of feel like a chore because I feel like there's like a task at hand.
Yeah.
But I feel like any other time when you have scheduled sex, to me it doesn't feel like a chore, even though it's like quote unquote scheduled, because I feel like you can still have fun with it. But I feel like when you're trying to get pregnant, there's that added pressure of I'm trying to get pregnant, so it's like
It feels like it takes away from the intimacy. Like
Right.
if it starts to feel like a chore.
Right. Yeah.
But I do think scheduled sex is good every once in a blue, at least. Cause like it feels good to have like that anticipation or something to look forward to. It's like, you know what I'm saying, I might drop her a text early in the day, you know.
But that's the you talking about like the same day type of.
Yeah,
planning.
like yeah.
But
Same.
not like the movie. That's what I thought you were about to come up with. Fun with Dick and Jane. She was like, let's have sex on Saturday. And it was like a Tuesday.
what?
Oh yeah.
Nah.
It was
Hell
earlier
no.
in the week.
Because then what we doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Right. Like we can have sex on
Right.
Saturday and today.
Right.
Like, what are we
Right.
talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, but if it's like we both away from each other at work and I drop her a text or something, like it'll get her going and it'll get me going because she might rebuttal to that with something else. So it's like a build up and it builds up anticipation. So like, you know what I'm saying, when we get home, it's like you might want to rip each other clothes off at that point.
Not to be TMI, but that's literally how we like Eli was planned on my part, and that's literally how we ended up getting Eli because I was dropping him texts all day. Honestly, by the time I got home, I had forgot that I was talking trash. Look, I got
all
home.
the things you said you was going to do.
Right, at the time I got off at 4:00 and he would get off at 5:00, and then he had a game that day. And when I got home
This
from work at like
exact day.
4:30, he was already at home. And I was like, "Oh, what you doing here?" He said, "Did you forget all the things that you said earlier today? You would have to make do on that." And I was just like, "Oh, I completely forgot that I was even saying those things earlier today.
I told you we were talking about oral.
Yeah, what's all that stuff you talking about? All that smack
Back
you
it up.
talking today?
Yeah.
What's that
So, but I do feel like sometimes, like it's unfortunately sometimes it is a necessity to make sure that you schedule. And I feel like the sense of like scheduling, like putting it on the calendar, but just making sure that you are like being intentional and setting aside time. To, like,
but like how you do it,
still.
kind of like it you made it fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you schedule, but it's not like you punching the clock. Like you're scheduled to go to work, but you may not want to be there.
It's not like it's like an indirect type of schedule where you plant small seeds like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, as opposed to saying, hey babe, let's have sex tonight at 6:30. Like
Exactly.
what's the fun in that? You know what I'm saying? So
All right, I guess I do it on my Zoom call.
right.
Yeah.
Let me put it in my planner.
Yeah, I got it.
How much time should I block?
That part.
So with that being scheduled, since you said something about time. So does that matter? Does that matter if the person wants to go longer than like y'all been doing the same thing since '87, but now all of a sudden he wants to go longer, like.
But I feel like you gotta shake it up a little bit though. You can't be doing the same thing since '87.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like you gotta
add some variation in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
Where you going with this?
No, because she
I
had
think
mentioned that.
what he's
I'm talking
trying
about
to say is how do you keep it interesting?
Right, like
Thanks for translating.
okay, you might have your go-to 3 positions, and then on the 3rd position that's the finisher. Mm-hmm. But you might be like, nah, after this 3rd one, I want to do something. But I'm gonna do something different, and then it'd be like, oh, wait a minute, I thought we was about to be done. But then you go, you make it a little bit more passionate, a little bit more longer. So that's where more foreplay comes into play, or something like that, right?
Facts. Yeah. That's the mix up. Yeah, the change up.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah.
Indeed.
So I guess too, like if we're you want to say something?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say like even if we are like acknowledging sometimes that we do have to like put forth a little bit of effort to like make sure that this continues to happen. Like how are we like making sure as far as like initiating, like what does that look like? Making sure that like, hey, if you don't want it to be boring or kind of like a chore, right? So like, what would you say are your preferred like initiation styles?
Why you look at me?
What's your preferred initiation style?
I just grab your dick. I don't really have no preferred
Straight to the punchline.
Family show.
It is not. Never said it was. That's my initiation style.
This is not for kids, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
You just put a
Maybe if
disclaimer on this
you're trying to
episode.
make kids, but
Right.
So
What's your preferred initiation style?
you mean from me to you or
Either or.
Oh, I didn't know. I answered them wrong.
No, I don't think there's a right way to answer
Oh.
it.
yeah, I don't.
Because it can go both ways.
I don't know. Like that's a loaded question. I feel like because like I could say my preferred initiation style from me to you. I don't know.
Or maybe I guess we're just saying like, if as far as like initiation styles, like
you grab a boob or something, or
no, I guess like the texting throughout the day that could be considered an initiation style.
So that's where I was going with it.
I like that initiation
Yeah.
style.
oh,
'Cause it's
not
like-
necessarily a physical initiation style,
Or
but
right in that
getting the
moment.
frame,
It's-
getting the frame of mind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Facts. Because that leads to the build-up. I think that's all part of foreplay, too. Like, starting to text early in the day because we're both getting aroused. You know what I'm saying?
And two, when she like
grabs your dick.
went.
That part.
Obviously that part. But also when she says like stuff like how she just says I love you or she appreciates me or something like that, that also makes, or vice versa. I think with her, like if I come home and I clean or do something or whatever, she might be like, Hey, you're right.
Yeah.
So y'all speaking in the love languages now, like
Yeah.
words of affirmation and acts
We
of service.
love a words of affirmation, and I love an acts of service. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like, cause, I know last week she kept telling me like I could tell that because she says, "Oh, thanks, babe." She says she does that. Like when I go to the gym in the morning, I come back, like I'll fix her
he packed my lunch.
Oh,
Aww.
that's cute. That's cute.
So she was like,
Well done, brother.
"My husband packed my lunch."
Yeah. I went into my child voice, but yes.
You know what's funny? I think acts of service is your thing too, because like I could randomly be cleaning, and she'll come hug me from behind. I'm like, yo, I'm in motion. Like, why would you?
Right. She does this. She'll stop me and then be like this.
Yeah. Yes.
Like
I get it, but I honestly can't stand it because it's like you're slowing me down. Like, what are you doing?
Or I'm doing something like doing some kitchen and she randomly pokes her butt out. Excuse me.
But you do the same. You'll come behind me and like brush up against me, talking about excuse me.
I like when you do that, the little brush up against. It's just like, let me back up a little bit.
If he don't do it, I'll be like, then what's going on?
Let me lean into
Yeah,
it.
like what's you need some help?
I think one of your, like, you definitely prefer when I initiate. Like, you don't always want to be the person to initiate. But I will say to those, sometimes I feel away, like, if I initiate and maybe you're not in the mood, because it's just like, why would you not be in the mood? Like, what do you mean? What else do you have? What else do you have going on? Like, what's happening? So, like, do you guys ever feel, like, rejected? Like, if your partner's not in the mood, but, like, maybe you're in the mood and they're just, like, not feeling it that day?
You? I feel like lately you've been more in the mood than I have.
Yeah. Trying to get this energy jacket up off me. But no, I don't. I mean, I don't feel no type of way because I don't take it personal. You know what I'm saying? Might have just because
I take it personal.
and the reason why I don't is because like, yeah, I'm at work majority of the time all day long. So when she gets off work, she goes right into mommy mode. She goes right into Jordan and doing all that. So it's right into mommy mode with me. I sort of going in daddy mode when I get, but it's not as long as she has. So she probably hasn't had the time to really like
Switch gears.
Yeah.
He gets me.
Oh, she probably hasn't ever had a chance to like shift that gear yet because it's hard to get mommy into that mode instead of wife. Right. So like I totally understand it and get it. So like if she's in the mood, I'm like, oh yeah. But so that's why a lot of times like I don't initiate as much. Now if we're on vacation or something that's different. But I don't initiate as much because I want to make sure that she is in the mood, and I'll hint. I don't know if that's an initiation, but I'll hint.
His hint is rubbing my butt.
Okay.
And I don't like it.
That's a huge hint.
But I don't like it.
Okay.
But I know that's
So what would you prefer as a hint?
like kissing up on me type of stuff. Like, I don't want to call it more intimate because the rubbing of my booty would be considered intimate to somebody as well. But me, like,
It's more passionate.
yeah, I guess that's the term. Yeah, more passion. You just this, and then I'm either asleep, or sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't, or I might be dreaming. I'm feeling it and don't know the difference between the two. But yeah,
Sometimes like when we get home, there are a lot of times where she would need to like unwind.
Right.
So she come and separate herself. She may take a nap. You know what I'm saying? I'm still downstairs with the kids. So
I don't know
now
what that looks like.
now it's time for the kids to go to bed. And now I come upstairs. I'm dead tired. She's waking up from her nap, so she's recharged and ready to go. I'm like, I'm dead tired. All right. And
Hold on. You saying she woke up like it's time to go to
Bro, you
bed
went
tired?
to work and then came home and took a nap?
And woke up at like 8 or 9 o'clock?
Nah, I don't sleep that long. Sometimes I may stay up here that long, but I'm not always sleep that
Oh, you might come up here like at 5 and sleep till like 6 or 7 and then just stay up here. Oh, okay.
Wow.
I was about to say, how do you go back to sleep? I'm about to say it'd be hard to go back to sleep.
That night, but that's what she's trying to get
Yeah.
it in, so she could use that to go back to
Oh,
sleep.
got you. So you can knock her out.
But
See
Dale
what
said,
you're doing,
I'm already.
But you already knocked out.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll holler at you later.
so I think sometimes that's probably the times that I would reject. But
Yeah.
also,
That doesn't happen all the time, but that has. That,
I was gonna say also most of the time I'm still with it. Like I'm exhausted, but I'm still like, all right, well,
Let's go.
let's get it in real quick.
I think also too is one thing that we like. One thing to like point out too is like some like in your marriage, I feel like you'll go through phases where one person may be more with it than others. Because I feel like as I've come into like my mid 30s, it's like I feel like I'm initiating more than you are. Versus it used to be the complete opposite in the like the beginning stages of.
I think we're reversed. He's more now than I am.
Like y'all switched the other way. Yeah.
You agree?
Okay.
No, you don't agree.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You sound. I'm about to say you sound unsure.
Yeah, let me let that marinate. But yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can see that. Yes. Yes, I concur. Yeah.
I think it's part of it is because of this weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
This man has way more stamina than
More energy.
I was expecting.
But that makes sense though, because like that legit
Do
makes
you
sense.
agree or think that's the case?
Yeah. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa probably feel the same way. That's probably why she.
Could very well be.
Come on, dog.
Could very well be.
Come on. Boom.
Weight loss
I
thing.
didn't even consider that. That could, could be for real. Because lately she been on one.
Yeah.
So does also
But you know what though? It could also be the confidence factor too, because I feel like now that I've lost a lot of weight, I am more confident in like my appearance. So that could also be why I'm wanting to initiate more. Because like if you feel like you look better, you'll be more willing to engage with your partner. Because it's also like slightly
More
psychological.
confident.
Okay.
True.
That's true. That's true. So does location play a big role in the sex schedule?
Like in the house.
In the
or-
house, like does it just have to be the bedroom, or we be spontaneous, like
It
you cooking
depends.
grits and
It depends on what
now
the
them grits
kids
is
are
burning?
here.
Yeah. The kids are a major factor.
Yeah.
They're a major factor.
I got you. Okay.
I feel like if the kids are not here, it's fair game. Fair game.
I ain't gonna lie though, because most of the time, like, it's fair game for me. Like, I'm like, all right, we downstairs. Let's get in there downstairs. What we going upstairs for? I think she's okay to an extent. Like, I don't know if your back hurt on the floor. Like, I don't like. But oftentimes you'd be like, let's go upstairs. I'm like,
It is more comfortable
Comfortability.
upstairs. Yeah, it's more
I guess.
comfortable upstairs. Also, too, I don't have to worry as much about like sounds versus
well,
like.
if nobody's in the house.
We talking about.
Yeah.
He's talking about
Yeah,
Empty house, no kids,
empty house.
nothing.
Yeah, sometimes I just want to be comfortable. Cause like sometimes not all surfaces feel the same. You
And
know what
then
I'm saying?
also, I'm on the kick like, we're in it right now.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
Spontaneous.
Let's start here.
It's like, well,
and
let's
then-
stop and go upstairs.
Yeah, I can start, but it's just like after a while, I'm gonna be more comfortable upstairs. Like, you know.
Yeah, I want to enjoy this.
So what is
Right? Is it-
what is
okay.
vacation? I'm gonna go on a tangent real quick. What does vacation like sex look like? If you have a hotel room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all utilize your balcony?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just
Yes.
checking because you talking about just the bedroom.
Yes.
What, me? Do y'all use? Oh, her.
Yes.
Yes.
We know.
Like, did she even finish the sentence? The
Yeah.
question?
Right. I didn't get it all
Yes.
out, but
Okay.
I'm trying to think. There's no really
Vacation is
other spot.
different. That's a
Yeah, I feel like
that's-
vacation
yeah,
is
vacation
like-
obviously, yeah.
What? That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Okay, I get that one.
Yeah.
I just my thing is I just can't do the shower thing.
I don't like the shower either.
Listen, what?
I don't like the shower at all. It's not fun.
I can't do the shower thing.
I'm cold
Why?
because one of us has to be cold. I don't want the shower coming directly down on my head.
Y'all just make
unless
it
it's
shit.
like
Just make
unless
it
I'm about to
steamy.
get my hair done. I just and then
you're on vacation. Let's
I
talk
don't
about
like any
being
kind
on
of water
vacation.
sex.
Nah,
Honestly, like I
I'm
don't want like
good
the
on-
I don't want
yeah,
like I don't like the
can't.
water.
No water sex.
I don't want water sex.
What the fuck is wrong?
Well, that's the only way. You can't have sex in the pool. Okay, I guess you could.
No, you can't because
Well,
It's
the
kinda
pool
weird.
water is nasty.
it's in the
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I guess you
the-
could, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you could,
but nah.
but
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm just saying the
No,
shower aspect. Like, I feel like that could be done.
But we can start in the shower, but I don't want to like.
You going back to the
Yeah, we
bed?
gotta
See,
take it back to the
that's
bed.
You gotta wait for it to dry off.
Okay.
You going back to the bed?
It's just not.
Let
fun.
me
I
stop
just feel like
mid-stroke and
the
let's go
shower
hop
is
in
just
the
not
bed.
fun. It's just not fun. It's slippery. Like I just
Yeah,
we can start
yeah,
out, but then it gets too hot. It's too steamy.
Then you was cold.
But
now
first
you
she was
hot.
cold, exactly.
Right. It's just too much going on.
I guess Dale, you and I.
And I had a bad smell. I almost passed out before, so I-
Like
Back
You
in the-
passed out
almost.
when?
This is
Not
back-
with me.
No. This is,
Oh.
back in college.
Because I
I'm
ain't
almost
never
passed
get
out.
that.
Right.
And I said, nah, I ain't. Nope.
So you almost died. Is that the reason why you won't
Yeah, 'cause
do
it
it
was
now?
hot. It was hot, I almost passed. I was like, what is going on? Fainting? Yeah, but
so, what are some ways that we can like keep it in fun? Like after the kids, after the career, sometimes being exhausted. Like, what are some things that we can do to make sure that like you're keeping it interesting?
this is a funny thing, and I just seen it in one of the drawers we have. We have these little sex,
I
the
was
little
like,
the sex
the
dice
dice.
or the game thing, and we'll never use it. So I think that's be one thing we could probably do. I
Keep it
love
spicy.
I love her outfits, so that's also a thing.
But you gotta. Not saying you don't, but I just need you to add to contributing to set outfits because recycling them after a while it gets boring.
You
Y'all
recycle
whispering?
them?
How y'all whispering on the podcast?
I just wanted to make sure that he was comfortable.
And then whispering into the mic. And then, like, sheesh.
What? She
I
about to
thought
say
about
she about
that,
to say
but I
you got a
figured you
camouflage
would-
thong or something?
No,
No,
she wanted to see
so
if he was
we,
okay with
like-
the topic.
So
Yeah.
So I think my thing is keeping things sporadic. Like not always being on the schedule. Sometimes it's okay, but like keeping things sporadic is one thing.
Yeah.
She was whispering a sex toy, sex toys or what's the word I'm looking for? Not just
I was
toys,
talking about
but-
the. Well, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. This has been yet another episode of the Baby We Need to Talk podcast.